In the grand theater of life, where dreams are sculpted and destinies are forged, there lies a fundamental force, subtle yet profoundly impactful, shaping the narrative of our journey. This force, omnipresent in its influence, yet often underestimated in its power, is the realm of thought. How we think, the patterns of our cognition, and the mindset we cultivate not only color the canvas of our daily experiences, but also delineate the boundaries of our potential. Imagine, if you will, a world where every thought is a seed planted in the fertile ground of our consciousness, each one capable of sprouting into actions that shape the reality we live in. This is not just a metaphorical landscape, but the very essence of how successful people navigate the complexities of their endeavors. Let me pose a question, one that has echoed through the annals of time, shaping the philosophies of sages and the strategies of conquerors. How do successful people think? It is a query that beckons us to delve deeper, to look beyond the surface of achievements and accolades, and to uncover the cognitive blueprint that underpins greatness. For it is in the sanctum of thought where the battles of life are won long before they are fought in the tangible world. The power of thought is not merely in its capacity to envision futures or reminisce past, but in its ability to create the present. It is the architect of our reality, the sculptor of our destiny, and the composer of the symphony that is our life. Every monumental achievement, every leap of progress, every moment of serendipity is birthed in the crucible of thought. Thus, understanding how successful people think is akin to discovering the alchemy of transformation, a process where ordinary metals are transmuted into gold, where the mundane is elevated to the extraordinary. Successful individuals, those who have not only reached the pinnacles of their careers, but have also carved paths of fulfillment and purpose, share a commonality in their thought processes. They view the world not as a fixed arena, but as a dynamic playground, ripe with opportunities for growth, learning, and innovation. Their mindset is not confined by the conventional, but is propelled by a boundless curiosity, a relentless pursuit of excellence, and an unwavering belief in their ability to effect change. But how does one cultivate such a mindset? How do we train our thoughts to align with the principles of success? It begins with intentionality, the conscious decision to guide our thoughts towards constructive and empowering paradigms. It is a practice, a discipline that demands vigilance, for the mind is a garden where weeds, if left unchecked, can overshadow the most beautiful of blooms. Intentionality in thought is complemented by the principle of positivity. Successful people understand that positivity is not mere naivety, but a strategic choice, a lens through which potential is magnified. Challenges are reframed as opportunities, and setbacks are viewed as stepping stones. Positivity is the light that illuminates the path through the darkest of tunnels, ensuring that vision remains clear and purpose remains steadfast. Moreover, successful individuals practice the art of possibility thinking. In every scenario, they ask, what if? Not as a harbinger of doubt, but as a celebration of potential. They explore the realm of the possible with the fervor of an explorer charting unknown territories, knowing that within the vast expanse of what could be lies the key to innovation, breakthroughs, and unparalleled success. As we embark on this exploration of how successful people think, let us do so with an open heart and a curious mind. Let us embrace the power of our thoughts, understanding that they are the seeds from which our actions grow, the blueprint from which our reality is constructed, and the compass that guides us towards our destiny. In the chapters that follow, we will delve deeper into the cognitive strategies of successful individuals, exploring the nuances of goal setting, the resilience of a growth mindset, the discipline of focused action, the agility of adaptability, and the richness of collaborative thought. Together, we will uncover the powerful formula of successful thinking, a formula that is not reserved for the chosen few, but is accessible to all who dare to think differently, boldly, and with purpose. In the grand tapestry of life, where each of us is both the artist and the masterpiece, the clarity of vision and the precision of goal setting emerge as the twin beacons that guide us through the fog of daily existence towards the shores of our most cherished dreams. Vision, in its most profound essence, is the art of seeing the invisible, the capacity to gaze beyond the immediate confines of our reality to envisage a future that is rich with possibility, vibrant with potential, and aligned with the deepest aspirations of our hearts. Let me ask you, what visions hold space in the sanctum of your heart? What dreams stir your soul, beckoning you with whispers of what could be? These are not idle musings or fanciful daydreams. They are the seeds of your future reality, awaiting the nurturing light of your attention and intention to spring forth into existence. Yet a vision, no matter how compelling, remains a specter of possibility until it is anchored in the tangible world through the act of goals. Goal setting is the bridge that spans the chasm between vision and reality, the process through which we translate ethereal dreams into concrete objectives, charting a course that leads from the realm of imagination into the world of action and achievement. The successful individuals among us, those who have not only dared to dream, but have also realized their dreams, understand that goal setting is both an art and a science. It begins with the courage to claim your vision, to stand in the truth of what you desire to create, be it in the domains of personal growth, professional accomplishment, relational fulfillment, or contribution to the greater good. But how does one set goals that not only inspire but also compel action? It begins with specificity. A goal must be clear and precise, for ambiguity is the enemy of action. Instead of aspiring to be successful, define what success looks like for you. Is it writing that book, launching that business, achieving that milestone in your career, or cultivating a life of balance and harmony? The more specific your goal, the clearer the target becomes, and clarity is the precursor to achievement. Moreover, successful goal setting requires that we imbue our goals with measurable criteria. Progress that is measured is progress that can be multiplied. Establish benchmarks for your journey, milestones that signify not just the distance traveled, but also the growth achieved. These markers serve not only as indicators of progress, but also as well springs of motivation, fueling our continued journey towards our vision. Yet the setting of goals is not a solitary endeavor confined to the pages of a journal or the corners of our minds. It is a declaration, a commitment made visible to the world, and as such, it thrives on accountability. Share your goals with those who can hold you to the fire of your own potential. Individuals who can support you, challenge you, and celebrate with you as you navigate the path towards your dreams. Furthermore, the most successful among us understand that goal setting is a dynamic process, an ongoing dialogue between our present reality and our envisioned future. It requires flexibility, the willingness to adapt our goals as we evolve, as we encounter unforeseen challenges, and as new opportunities emerge. This adaptability ensures that our goals remain relevant, resonant, and reflective of the deepest truths of our being. As we embark upon the journey of vision and goal setting, let us do so with the fullness of our hearts and the strength of our conviction. Let us dare to dream big, to set goals that challenge us, that stretch the boundaries of our potential, and that call forth the best of who we are. In closing, remember that the power to shape your future lies in your hands, in the thoughts you nurture, in the visions you cherish, and in the goals you set and strive towards. The path forward is illuminated by the light of your own making. a journey that is uniquely yours yet universally resonant. Let us step forward with courage, with hope, and with the unwavering belief that through the power of vision and goal setting, there are no limits to what we can achieve. In the vast expanse of human endeavor, where dreams soar and aspirations reach towards the infinite, there exists a truth as enduring as time itself. Failure, that most dreaded of companions, is in reality one of our greatest allies. This revelation, though counterintuitive, is a cornerstone in the mindset of those who achieve greatness. They understand that failure is not a pitfall, but a ladder, not an end, but a beginning, a stepping stone on the path to success. But how do we transform our perception of failure from that of a foe to a friend, from a source of fear to a fountain of wisdom? Imagine for a moment the greatest achievements in history, the monumental discoveries, the groundbreaking inventions, and the awe-inspiring artworks. Each one, though now a beacon of success, was once a mere possibility, fraught with the risk of failure. The people behind these achievements faced setbacks, doubts, and failures, yet they chose to view each obstacle not as a barrier, but as a bridge. They embraced failure as a teacher, a mentor whose lessons are harsh but invaluable, guiding them towards mastery and excellence. The first step in embracing failure as a stepping stone is to redefine our understanding of success. Success is not the absence of failure. It is the persistence through failure. It is the resilience to stand up one more time than we fall, the courage to try once more when all seems lost. This perspective shift is crucial, for it allows us to see failure not as a mark of defeat, but as a mark of effort, a testament to our commitment to our dreams. Moreover, successful individuals practice the art of objective analysis. When faced with failure, they detach themselves from the sting of disappointment and instead examine the experience with the precision of a scientist. They ask, what can be learned from this? How can this experience refine my approach, sharpen my skills, and clarify my vision? This process of reflection and analysis is vital, for it transforms failure from a source of discouragement to a catalyst for growth. Furthermore, embracing failure requires the cultivation of resilience. This resilience is not born of blind optimism, but of a deep-seated belief in one's own abilities and the worthiness of one's goals. It is the quiet confidence that whispers in our ear, you can endure, you can persevere, you are capable of rising above this challenge. Resilience empowers us to face failure with dignity, to accept it as part of the journey, and to move forward with renewed determination. Another key aspect of leveraging failure is the willingness to take risks. The fear of failure often holds us back from venturing into the unknown, from taking the leaps of faith required to achieve greatness. Successful people, however, understand that risk and reward are two sides of the same coin. They approach risk with a calculated mindset, weighing the potential gains against the possible setbacks, always mindful that the greatest risk often lies in not taking one at all. In embracing failure as a stepping stone, we also learn the value of adaptability. Each failure presents an opportunity to reassess our strategies, to pivot and adapt in response to the lessons learned. This flexibility, the ability to change course when the path ahead is blocked, is a hallmark of successful thinking. It ensures that we are not rigidly tied to a single approach, but are instead dynamic in our pursuit of success, ready to embrace new methods and new ideas. As we journey through life, let us embrace failure with open arms, recognizing it as an integral part of our growth and development. Let us be resilient in the face of setbacks, objective in our analysis, willing to take calculated risks, and adaptable in our strategies. Remember, the greatest stories of success are often woven with threads of failure, each one a testament to the human spirit's capacity to overcome, to learn, and to triumph. In the vast landscape of success, where the horizons of achievement stretch boundlessly, there lies a path less trodden, marked by the footprints of the endlessly curious and the lifelong learners. This journey, illuminated by the quest for knowledge and the thirst for understanding, is the bedrock upon which the edifice of success is built. It's a path that beckons not just to the ambitious, but to all who dare to dream, to question, and to seek more from life. Why, one might ask, is lifelong learning and curiosity pivotal to the tapestry of success? The answer lies not in the accumulation of facts or the mastery of skills, but in the transformative power of learning to reshape our world, to challenge our perceptions, and to unlock the doors to realms of possibilities hitherto unimagined. Lifelong learning is the lens through which we view the challenges of today and the opportunities of tomorrow, a lens that magnifies our potential and sharpens our vision. Consider for a moment the great explorers of history, charting unknown territories, driven not by the promise of wealth or the allure of fame, but by an insatiable curiosity about the world. Their journeys were not just about discovering new lands, but about learning, about expanding the collective consciousness of humanity. Similarly, in the pursuit of success, it is our curiosity that propels us forward, that fuels our drive to explore, to experiment, and to evolve. Lifelong learning is not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be savored. It's about embracing the joy of discovery, the excitement of exploration, and the satisfaction of understanding. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees every experience as an opportunity to learn, every failure as a lesson, and every success as a stepping stone to greater knowledge. But how does one embark on this journey of lifelong learning and curiosity? It begins with the acknowledgement that learning is not confined to the walls of a classroom or the pages of a textbook. Learning is a dynamic, ongoing process that occurs in the everyday moments of life, in the conversations we have, the challenges we face, and the reflections we engage in. To cultivate a lifelong love for learning, we must first cultivate curiosity, the kindling that ignites the flame of inquiry. It's about asking questions, not just the hows, but the whys, delving deeper into the fabric of our existence and seeking to understand the world from multiple perspectives. Curiosity is the compass that guides our learning journey, pointing us towards the unknown, the unfamiliar, and the unexplored. Moreover, embracing lifelong learning requires us to step out of our comfort zones, to venture into new domains with the openness of a novice and the eagerness of a student. It's about diversifying our sources of knowledge, engaging with ideas that challenge our beliefs, and experimenting with new skills and experiences. This openness to new learning experiences enriches our lives, broadening our understanding and deepening our wisdom. In addition, lifelong learning thrives on reflection. It's not just about acquiring knowledge, but about internalizing it, making it a part of our being. Reflection allows us to connect the dots, to see the patterns in our learning, and to apply our newfound knowledge in meaningful ways. It's in the quiet moments of reflection that learning transforms from information to insight, from knowledge to wisdom. As we journey forward, let us embrace lifelong learning and curiosity as our guiding stars, lighting the way to a future replete with possibilities. Let us be relentless in our pursuit of knowledge, fearless in our quest for understanding, and open to the myriad lessons that life has to offer. In closing, remember that the journey of lifelong learning and curiosity is not just about personal enrichment. It's about contributing to the tapestry of humanity, adding our thread to the collective knowledge and wisdom of the world. It's about leaving a legacy, not just of achievements and successes, but of a life well lived, enriched by the endless pursuit of knowledge. In the intricate dance of achieving success, where ambition intertwines with aspiration, there lies a principle so fundamental, yet so challenging, that it becomes the watershed between the realm of dreams and the reality of achievements. This principle is none other than the discipline of consistency. Imagine, if you will, a world where every endeavor, every pursuit, and every journey is not just initiated but sustained through the sheer force of unwavering discipline and steadfast consistency. This is the world inhabited by those who not only dream of success but achieve it. Let's embark on an exploration, a deep dive into the essence of what it means to cultivate discipline and embrace consistency. It is said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But what is often left unsaid is that the greatness of the journey is defined by the steps that follow, each one taken with purpose, with intention, and with the unyielding resolve to reach the destination, no matter the obstacles. The power of discipline lies in its ability to transform aspiration into action, potential into performance. It is the discipline that wakes us before dawn, fueling the dedication to our craft, our goals, and our dream. It is the discipline that commands the body to persist when every muscle screams for respite. And it is the discipline that silences the siren call of complacency, pushing us to strive for excellence. Yet discipline alone, while formidable, finds its true strength when married to the virtue of consistency. Consistency is the rhythm of progress, the heartbeat of achievement. It is not the grandiose gestures or the sporadic bursts of effort that carve the path to success, but the daily commitments, the small, often mundane actions repeated day in and day out. Consistency is what builds habits, and habits, in turn, forge the character that shapes destiny. How then do we cultivate this discipline and harness the power of consistency? The answer begins with clarity of purpose, for discipline to take root and for consistency to flourish. There must be a clear understanding of what we are striving for, a vision so vivid and compelling that it becomes the North Star guiding our every action. With this clarity comes the motivation to persevere, to maintain the course even when the journey becomes arduous. Moreover, embracing discipline and consistency requires us to set realistic, achievable goals, breaking down the grand vision into manageable tasks. It's the recognition that success is not a sudden leap to glory, but a slow, steady ascent marked by incremental progress and small victories. Each completed task, no matter how small, is a step closer to the summit of our aspirations. It also demands a mindset that views discipline not as a punishment, but as a liberation, a tool that frees us from the chains of procrastination and indecision. Consistency, in turn, should be seen not as a burden, but as a source of strength, a testament to our commitment and our resilience. In the realm of discipline and consistency, accountability plays a pivotal role. Whether it's a mentor, a peer, or a personal journal, having a mechanism for accountability ensures that we remain on track, that we honor our commitments to ourselves and our vision. It provides both a mirror reflecting our progress and a beacon guiding us back when. But perhaps the most profound aspect of cultivating discipline and consistency is the transformation it engenders within us. Over time, the practice of discipline and the habit of consistency become ingrained in our very being, shaping us into individuals who are not only capable of achieving success, but are also worthy of it. They become the bedrock upon which we build a life of purpose, a life that is not swayed by the whims of circumstance, but is steered by the rudder of our will. As we journey forward, let us embrace discipline and consistency as the twin pillars supporting our quest for success. Let them be the guiding principles that we return to, time and again. In closing, remember that the path to success is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a journey marked by the relentless pursuit of excellence, the unwavering commitment to our goals, and the unyielding belief in our potential. Let us walk this path with discipline as our companion and consistency as our guide, knowing that in the fusion of these virtues lies the key to unlocking our greatest achievements. In the unfolding narrative of our quest for success, amidst the ever-shifting landscapes of opportunity and challenge, there emerges a virtue as essential as it is profound. This virtue, often the unsung hero in the stories of those who have reached the pinnacles of achievement, is the ability to adapt and flex in the face of change. Imagine, if you will, a world that is constant, unchanging, and predictable. While it may offer comfort, it is not the soul in which the seeds of greatness are sown. The true essence of growth, innovation, and success lies in our capacity to navigate the unpredictable, to embrace change not as a foe but as a guide, leading us toward new horizons of possibility. Why then do adaptability and flexibility stand as cornerstones in the architecture of success? It is because the journey toward our dreams is rarely a straight path. It winds through terrains of uncertainty, across bridges of doubt, and over mountains of failure. It is in navigating these landscapes that adaptability becomes our compass and flexibility our stride. Adaptability is the acknowledgement that the only constant in life is change itself. It is the understanding that our plans, however meticulously crafted, must hold space for the unforeseen. To be adaptable is to be fluent in the language of change, to listen to its whispers and respond with grace, altering our course not with reluctance, but with a keen sense of anticipation for what lies ahead. Flexibility, on the other hand, is the quality that allows us to bend without breaking. It is the resilience to face the gales of challenge and remain steadfast in our pursuit, yet supple in our methods. Flexibility is not about compromising our goals, but about navigating the best path toward them, even if it means charting a course we had not originally envisioned. How, then, do we cultivate these indispensable traits? The journey begins with a mindset that views change not as a barrier but as a bridge. It is about fostering a curiosity for the unknown, a willingness to explore beyond the boundaries of our comfort zones. It requires us to be perpetual students of life, open to learning from every experience, every setback, and every victory. Moreover, adaptability and flexibility demand a certain humility. The humility to recognize that we do not have all the answers, that our best laid plans may need revision, and that there is strength in seeking guidance and wisdom from those who have navigated similar paths. To strengthen our adaptability, we must also practice the art of scenario planning, envisioning various outcomes, and preparing ourselves mentally and practically for multiple possibilities. This does not mean living in a state of constant uncertainty, but rather equipping ourselves with the tools and strategies to pivot with purpose and precision. In addition, cultivating a network of support is invaluable in enhancing our adaptability and flexibility. Surrounding ourselves with a diverse group of thinkers and doers provides us with a reservoir of perspectives and insights, enabling us to approach change from a position of strength and collective wisdom. But perhaps the most profound aspect of embracing adaptability and flexibility is the liberation it brings. It frees us from the shackles of rigidity, allowing us to flow with the currents of change rather than be swept away by them. It empowers us to rewrite the script of our journey, to be the authors of our destiny, and to turn the unexpected into the unforgettable. As we stand at the crossroads of our aspirations and the realities we face, let us choose the path of adaptability and flexibility. Let us walk it with the confidence that comes from knowing we are equipped to face whatever lies ahead, with the courage to change course when necessary, and with the wisdom to recognize the opportunities that change brings. In closing, let us not just embrace adaptability and flexibility as strategies for success, but as principles for life. For it is in our ability to adapt that we find our strengths, in our flexibility that we discover our resilience, and in our willingness to embrace change that we unlock the door to endless possibilities. In the intricate mosaic of success, where each piece is vital to the completeness of the picture, there lies a segment so crucial, yet so often overlooked, that its true value can only be appreciated in the light of reflection. This segment is networking and relationship building, the art of weaving a tapestry of connections, not just for the sake of acquaintance, but for the enrichment of our journey towards success. Imagine, if you will, a lone traveler embarking on a quest. The path is uncharted, the destination unknown. Now envision this traveler crossing paths with fellow voyagers, each with their own stories, wisdom, and with each interaction, the traveler's journey is enriched not just by the knowledge gained, but by the relationships forged. This is the essence of networking and relationship building. It is not a mere exchange of business cards or transactional interaction, but the cultivation of bonds that transcend the ordinary, that add depth and dimension to our quest for success. Why? You might ask, is networking and relationship building so pivotal in the landscape of success? The answer lies in the multifaceted nature of success itself. Success is not a solitary peak, but a range of mountains, each with its own challenges and vistas. To navigate this terrain, one needs allies, mentors, collaborators, individuals who can share insights, offer guidance, and extend support. These relationships become the bridges we cross, the ladders we climb, and the shelters we seek in the storm. But how does one master the art of networking and relationship building? It begins with the understanding that the most enduring relationships are built on the foundation of genuine interest, mutual respect, and shared values. It's about approaching each interaction not with the question, what can I gain, but what can I offer? It's about listening, not just with the intent to reply, but with the intent to understand, to connect on a level that transcends the superficial. Moreover, effective networking and relationship building require a mindset of abundance. In the garden of success, there is room for every flower to bloom, for every tree to grow. The success of others does not diminish our own, but rather enriches the ecosystem in which we all thrive. By celebrating the achievements of our peers, by supporting their endeavors, we not only strengthen our network, but also sow the seeds of our own success. In addition, the art of networking and relationship building thrives on authenticity. In a world where facades often mask the true self, the courage to be genuine, to be vulnerable, to be real sets us apart. Authenticity attracts, it builds trust, and it fosters relationships that endure the test of time and the trials of adversity. But perhaps the most beautiful aspect of networking and relationship building is the opportunity it offers for growth, for learning, for transformation. Each person we meet, each relationship we cultivate is a mirror reflecting not just who we are, but who we can become. It's in the diversity of our connections that we find the richness of perspectives, the challenge to our assumptions, and the inspiration to push beyond our limits. As we navigate the journey towards success, let us not walk alone. Let us reach out, connect and build relationships, not just as a strategy for advancement, but as a philosophy for life. Let us weave a network of connections that uplifts, that nurtures, and that transcends. In closing, remember that the true measure of our success is not just in the heights we achieve, but in the hands we hold along the way. Networking and relationship building are not just tools for climbing the ladder of success, but the very threads that weave the fabric of a life well lived. So as you step forward into the realm of possibilities, do so with an open heart, a listening ear, and a willing hand. Build bridges, forge bonds, and create a network that reflects the very best of who you are and all that you aspire to be. The journey is long. The path is winding, But with the strength of our connections, there is no dream too distant, no goal too grand, no vision too vast. Together, let's build not just a legacy of success, but a community of support, collaboration, and enduring success. In the grand journey of life, where every step forward is a testament to our resilience, our ambition, and our courage, there exists a force so potent, yet so gentle, that it has the power to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. This force, the beacon of successful individuals across the ages, is none other than a positive mental attitude, illuminated by the warm glow of gratitude. Imagine, if you will, a world viewed through the lens of positivity and gratitude. A world where challenges become opportunities, where setbacks become lessons, and where every moment is a gift waiting to be unwrapped. The question then arises, how do successful people cultivate such a positive mental attitude and a deep sense of gratitude? It is not a trait that one is simply born with, nor is it a product of circumstance. Rather, it is a choice, a deliberate and conscious decision to focus on the abundance rather than the lack, to see the light even in the darkest of tunnels. A positive mental attitude starts with the understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. What we focus on expands, and when we choose to direct our attention towards what is good, what is uplifting, and what is possible, we open ourselves up to a world of potential. It's about making a conscious effort to replace negative thoughts with positive ones, to challenge our limiting beliefs, and to affirm our ability to overcome, to thrive, and to succeed. But cultivating a positive mental attitude goes beyond mere positive thinking. It requires action, actions that reinforce our commitment to positivity, such as surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us, engaging in activities that nourish our souls, and committing to personal and professional growth. It's about creating an environment that supports our mental and emotional well-being, one that encourages us to blossom even in adversity. Hand in hand with a positive mental attitude is the profound practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the recognition of the good that permeates our lives, the acknowledgement of the blessings, both big and small, that grace our days. It's the ability to appreciate the beauty in the mundane, to celebrate the gift of the present, and to hold space for appreciation amidst the rush of our daily lives. The practice of gratitude begins with reflection, with taking a moment each day to count our... This could be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal, where we jot down the things we are thankful for each day. Or it could involve sharing our appreciation with others, letting them know how much they mean to us. Gratitude, when shared, creates ripples, touching the lives of others and returning to us in ways unimaginable. Moreover, gratitude teaches us humility, reminding us that success is not a journey we embark on alone, but one that is supported by the contributions of countless individuals. It fosters a sense of interconnectedness, a recognition that we are part of a larger tapestry of life, where each thread, each relationship, each encounter is integral to the richness of our experience. As we navigate the path towards our dreams, let us do so armed with a positive mental attitude and a heart full of gratitude. Let these be the compass that guides us, the light that leads us, and the foundation upon which we build our lives. For in the embrace of positivity and gratitude, we find not just the key to success, but the key to a life of fulfillment, joy, and profound. In closing, remember that the power to choose our attitude, to choose gratitude, lies within us. It is a power that no circumstance can diminish, no challenge can quell. So, as we step forward into the unknown, into the possibilities that await, let us do so with positivity in our minds and gratitude in our hearts. For it is with these virtues that we unlock the true potential of our lives, transforming every moment into a stepping stone towards the realization of our dreams. As we draw the curtain on our exploration of the essence of successful thinking, it's imperative to reflect not just on the insights gleaned, but on the journey ahead. The landscape of success is vast, dotted with peaks of achievement and valleys of learning, each step forward a testament to the power of thought, the discipline of action, and the resilience of spirit. But how do we integrate this tapestry of successful thinking into the fabric of our daily lives? How do we ensure that the principles that have illuminated our path thus far become the guiding stars in our quest for growth, fulfillment, and achievement? The journey of integrating successful thinking into our lives is both a science and an art. It begins with a commitment, a pledge to ourselves that the pursuit of excellence in thought and deed will be a lifelong endeavor. This commitment is the foundation upon which we build our future, brick by brick, thought by thought, action by action. The first step in this commitment is to cultivate awareness. Successful thinking demands a mindfulness of our thought patterns, an acknowledgement of the power our thoughts wield in shaping our reality. It requires us to be vigilant, to weed out the garden of our mind, ensuring that positivity, possibility, and purpose flourish, while doubt, fear, and negativity are cast aside. This awareness allows us to become architects of our destiny, crafting our future with intention and precision. Next, we must embrace the principle of consistency. The integration of successful thinking into our lives is not achieved through sporadic efforts, but through the relentless daily pursuit of excellence. It's the consistency of our actions, the rituals of our daily life, that cement the principles of success into our character. Whether it's setting aside time each day for reflection and learning, practicing gratitude, or persistently working towards our goals, consistency ensures that successful thinking becomes not just a practice, but a part of who we are. Moreover, the journey requires adaptability. Life in its infinite complexity is unpredictable. The ability to adapt our thoughts and actions in the face of change, to see challenges as opportunities for growth, and to remain steadfast in our pursuit of our goals, even when the path forward is unclear, is a hallmark of successful thinking. It's about being fluid, flexible, and open to the lessons each moment brings. Central to integrating successful thinking into our lives is the power of community. We are not islands, but part of a vast, interconnected network of souls, each on their own journey. By building relationships, by sharing our experiences, and by learning from others, we enrich our understanding, we broaden our perspectives, and we strengthen our resolve. The community provides support, inspiration, and accountability, ensuring that we are not alone in our quest. But perhaps the most critical aspect of this journey is the cultivation of gratitude. Gratitude is the lens through which we view our past, our present, and our future. It is the acknowledgement of the abundance that surrounds us, the blessings that fill our lives, and the opportunities that lie ahead. Gratitude grounds us, reminding us of the beauty of the journey, the value of our experiences, and the power of our dreams. As we stand on the threshold of tomorrow, let us step forward with confidence, armed with the principles of successful thinking, committed to the pursuit of our best selves. Let us integrate these principles into the very essence of our being, allowing them to guide our thoughts, inform our actions, and shape our destiny. In closing, remember that the journey of successful thinking is not a destination to be reached, but a path to be walked. A journey that is enriched not just by the goals we achieve, but by the wisdom we gain, the relationships we build, and the person we become. Do something different the next 90 days than you did the last 90 days, like picking up the books to read. Do something different, like the new health disciplines, relationship with your family, whatever it is, doesn't matter how small it is. If you'll start doing different things with the same circumstances. Since we cannot change the circumstances, but we can change ourselves. We can change what we do. And then he gave me another secret to success when he said, what you have at the moment, Mr. Rohn, you've attracted by the person you've become. What you have at the moment, you've attracted by the person you've become. Few little simple principles here. Once you understand these, it starts to explain so much. Now, sometimes it's a little tough to take, blaming yourself instead of the marketplace. Taking responsibility instead of putting it off on someone else. That transition sometimes is a challenging mission. And this one was a little tough for me. Shoaff said, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Wow. If you would have known me at age 25, you would have said, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. If you'd have known me, you'd have said that. I'm the guy, I don't mind coming a little bit early, staying a little bit late. I don't mind that. You'd have said, well, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. You say, well, how come he's got pennies in his pocket and nothing in the bank and behind on his promises? Well, I was a hard worker, but I was working hard on my job, not on myself. I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, latest tomorrow, give you tonight to think it over. And start this whole process of personal development, work on yourself, make yourself more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, you can so dynamically change your income, and economics is the least of the values that you can start earning in terms of equity if you'll start working harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work hard on yourself and develop the skills. Work hard on yourself and develop the graces. All of the stuff necessary to become more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, your whole life can explode into change. Promotions, no problem. Becoming more valuable to the company, I'm telling you, no problem. Money, no problem. Economics, no problem. Future, no problem. If you just go to work on the right thing. Not get things out there to change. Don't try to change the seed. Don't change the soil. Don't change the sunshine. Don't change the rain. Don't change the mix of seasons. Let the miracle of everything that's available work for you, and start working on the inside. Work on your philosophy. Work on your attitude. Work on your personality. Work on your language. Work on the gift of communication. Work on all of your abilities. And if you'll start making those personal changes, I'm telling you, everything will change for you. Mr. Shoaff, over a 5-year period before he died at age 49, he taught me some extraordinarily simple things. He only went to the 9th grade in school, never finished high school, never went to college, never went to university. So he put his ideas and his experiences in very simple language, which I think for me, kid from the farms of Idaho, that simplicity was so important. Because if it would have been technical, I'd have missed it. If it would have been mystic, I would have, backed away. But it was just basic, blunt, ABC, familiar stuff that I hadn't thought of before. And he did start to remind me, and those ideas changed me. Mr. Shoaff was the one when I said, this is all they pay. He said, you've been working 6 years, Mr. Rohn, how come you're not doing better? And I said, this is all the company pays. He says, well, that's not true. I said, no, this is my paycheck. This is all the company pays. He said, no, this is all the company pays you. I thought, that's a new way to look at it, right? He said, doesn't the company pay 2, 3, 4, 5 times this amount to other people? I said, well, yes. He said, well, then this is not all the company pays. It's all they pay you. And if you qualified, wouldn't your income grow 2, 3, 4, 5 times? I said, I suppose. So he said, we don't have to work on the company. We have to work on you. See, that was the beginning of what he called the phrase personal development. I told him things cost too much. He said, no, you can't afford them. I thought, well, that's a new concept. I hadn't thought about that. We put some of the valuable things on the high shelf, so you can't get to them until you qualify. If you want the things on the higher shelf, you got to stand on the books you read.
Every book you read, you get to stand a little higher so you can get the things on the higher shelf. See, I learned those concepts. It was so incredible. And here was the most important one. Success is something you attract by the person you become. See, that phrase changed my life. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is not something you pursue. It's like chasing a butterfly. You can't quite catch it. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. See, those were new concepts to me. I'm just working hard trying to make a living. Here's what he said to me. This changed my life. I got a chance to teach this in Moscow and across Russia. 3 visits, now the 4th. Here's what Shove taught me. Profits are better than wages. Nobody taught me that in high school. Nobody taught me that. I went to 1 year of college. Nobody taught me. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. And how could you work on both a living and a fortune? He said, well, you could start part-time working on your fortune while you're working full-time on your living. I thought, wow. Now, he said, it's fun to get up in the morning. Not just getting up, go to work to pay the rent, but to get up to go to work to make a fortune. First, to make a living for my family. Second, to make a fortune. And he taught me how to make both a living and a fortune. Guess what I did? I learned how to make both a living and a fortune. And I found out anybody could do it once they get the information. And at age 25, I started receiving this extraordinary information. Here's what he said. Your income is directly related to your philosophy, not to the economy. I thought, no one ever told me that. I kept hoping the economy would change. He said, no, your philosophy has to change. I assured him that I had my fingers crossed. He said, that won't help. Then what could I do to change my income and multiply it by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10, and then multiply it by 10 again? What could I do? And he started giving me the disciplines and the process of learning the skills to change my life. This was an extraordinary man. Those were extraordinary times for me. Life-changing in every manner that you can imagine. But very simple ABC concepts. Here's what I learned. Not to search for the exotic until you've discovered the basic. And those basic philosophies that he shared with me during that time were life-changing. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is not something you pursue, chase, run after. Success is something you develop, something you become. You attract success. So the whole key to unlock all the treasures, whether it's economic treasures or spiritual treasures, financial, social, personal, every way you can possibly think of, is by your own personal development. And then he added one more, which is so important, and it's probably worth the price of the seminar. Here it is. What you become is much more valuable than what you get. What you become is much more valuable than what you get. The major question to ask on the job is not what am I getting here. The major question to ask on the job is what am I becoming here. Not what am I getting, what am I becoming. So it's very important what you become. Because what you become attracts. If you become cynical, you attract cynicism. What you become attracts. So this whole subject of personal development was so vitally important to me. It changed my life. I was a millionaire by age 31. And that was just the economic part of it. It took me 6 years from age 25 to age 31. It was unbelievable. Remember, be a student, not a follower. And here's what you must always do. Design your own personal life. I'm very happy for people to take notes at my seminar, but I'm also just as happy if somebody says, hey, this is not for me, tear up all these notes and throw them away. That's just as valid for me. Right? Remember, be no one's disciple. Chart your own course. Make what you do the product of your own conclusion. What I'm saying here is be your own person. You don't have to be a model of someone else. You don't have to do it like anybody else, right? Do it like yourself. Buy what you want to buy. Listen to what you want to listen to. Make changes if you want to make changes, and don't make changes, right? It's your life, I'm telling you. And don't let anybody persuade you any different. Success is not a stereotype. Success is not a Ferrari. Success is not an automobile. It's not a house. It's not a place. It's not money in the bank. It's not $1 million. That's not success. Success is the continual unfolding of the design of your own life and pulling it off. That's what success is. The continual unfolding of the design of your own personal life and pulling it off in whatever degree you wish. That is success. Successful in doing whatever you want to do that makes sense to you, for you, your family, your responsibilities. Or take on responsibilities or refuse responsibilities. That's strictly all up to you. We've been given the power of choice. Every life form except human beings operates by instinct in the genetic code. Now, why not human beings? Because here it is. We've been given the dignity of choice. We're not like a robot. We're not stuck like a tree, using up all the nourishment, nothing left, now you die because you can't change location. Not true. Humans can go north, south, east, west. Humans can change, do anything they want to do. We've been given the dignity. But here's what's interesting about all life form except humans. Every life form except humans strives to the max of its potential. How tall will a tree grow? As tall as it possibly can. You never heard of a tree growing half as high as it could. No, that is impossible. A tree grows as high as it can, drives down every root it can, produces every leaf it can, extends itself as far as it possibly can. Every life form extends to the max, except human beings. Now, why not human beings? Because we're not robots. We've been given the dignity of choice. And here's a couple of alternatives on the dignity of choice. To be part of or all of. You have the potential to be. And you got the choice. Do a little to make yourself comfortable and forget the rest, or do it all. And there's nobody here to dictate you got to do it all. That's nonsense. You got to be rich because we live in a rich country. That's nonsense. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to do it all. You can do a little, do some more. Take advice, but don't take orders. Take information, take training, take teaching, but don't take orders from no one that tells you how you need to live and what you need to own and what you need to do. Somebody says, well, you need to be successful. That's a personal choice, being successful. What we teach is the possibilities, and everybody chooses. Take a little, take a lot, do some, do nothing. Abraham Lincoln said, since I would be no one's slave, I will be no one's master. Excellent philosophy. If a guy says, hey, I'm soon cashing it in, I'm heading for the mountains, I'm going to live in a little cabin, live off the land, and feed the squirrels. If he goes and does that, guess what? He's a smashing success. Why? He's doing what he designed to do and went and did it and pulled it off. You can't say, no, that's not successful. That is the epitome of success, is giving a design to your life and go pull it off, making progress in that direction that satisfies you. If it doesn't satisfy you, make alternatives and you change. And if you get some better ideas, sure, you may follow someone's suggestion and ideas, but not orders. Design your own life like you want it that will fit. Now, if you take on some responsibilities, now you got to consider those. Yes, you can ignore your responsibilities, but you won't feel good about that. Guess what the old prophet said? Some things that taste good now in the mouth turns bitter later in the belly. So you don't want to sacrifice. We all must suffer one of two pains. Regardless of your choice of lifestyle and what you want to do, we must all suffer one of two pains. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And what we suggest to everybody is to consider the disciplines, because disciplines weigh ounces, regrets weigh tons. You don't want to substitute a discipline for a regret. In our opinion, that would be a poor choice. Now, you can do it, but some things are poor trade-offs. The old prophet said, what if you gained the whole world, but it cost you your soul? Would that be worth it? And with a bit of intelligence, we say, no, that doesn't seem worth it. Even if you got the whole world, if you traded your soul, that experience would be so bitter and so awful and so devastating, it wouldn't be worth it. What if you got some gain by greed instead of legitimate ambition? I'm telling you, it might taste good up front, but it's going to turn bitter in the belly. And a bit of that advice saves some people from devastation. Say, well, you're right. I better think twice about that. So we must confront all laws, spiritual laws, agricultural laws, basic laws, fundamental laws. We must confront all of those. But you still now can design your own life. A little, a lot, go east, north, south.
Now let me pass on one great rule to you, which has been discovered in interviewing self-made millionaires. Self-made millionaires look into every failure for something good. They say there's got to be something good in this that I can benefit from, and surprise, surprise, they always find it. Second is, self-made millionaires always seek the valuable lesson in every setback or obstacle or temporary failure, and they always find the lesson. Now, what do failures do? Failures whine and cry and think about what they've lost and blame their problems on someone else. Successful people say, what can I learn from this that will make me smarter next time? And my promise to you, those who seek find, is that if you go looking for a valuable lesson in the biggest problem that you're facing today, you'll always find the lesson. Here's another possibility. Your biggest problem today could be the biggest gift that you have ever received, because it may contain within it the lesson that will make you successful. If you stop thinking about what happened and who's to blame, and you start looking for the gift within your problem, sometimes it can transform your life. The next key is to dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. Now, what takes you from rags to riches is personal development, personal and professional development. In the 21st century, as Peter Drucker says, knowledge and skill are the keys to the 21st century. And the only thing that will be relevant, the only skill that will be relevant in the 21st century is the ability to learn new skills, because virtually everything you know is becoming obsolete at a rapid rate. Stephen Covey says that your current knowledge base has a half-life of 2 years, which means that half of everything you know will be irrelevant within 2 years. And 2 years from now, half more. So if you're not continually learning and upgrading your knowledge and skills, you're not staying in the same place. As Pat Riley says, the basketball coach says, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. If you're not constantly learning, you're actually falling behind. So here are the 3 keys to continuous learning. Number 1 is read in your field 30 to 60 minutes each day. In other words, turn off the television, turn off the radio, put aside the newspaper, and just read in your field. The very best places to read, by the way, are books. Read books, the best-selling books written by the most successful people in your field, because books contain a wealth of riches that can enable you to function at a far higher level, to get much better results than you could before. So read 30 to 60 minutes a day. I've had people tell me, countless people over the years, that reading an hour a day has doubled and tripled their income within a year. The second thing you do is take every course that you possibly can. The courses and seminars that are available to you in your field, that are given by professionals, that are courses that have been developed over years and years and years. They have been tested and tested and tested. The person who is talking to you for several hours has spent thousands of hours learning their subject. They have dry tested this or done test runs with thousands of other people. When you take a course, you can learn enough information in 1 or 2 days, more than you could learn in 2 or 3 years or maybe even a lifetime, all distilled and put together. People say, I can't afford a course. You cannot afford not to buy books. You can't afford not to go to courses. Some years ago, I had a dentist, and he was a very successful dentist. I was recommended to me by a friend. And this dentist retired at the age of 53. And just before he retired, he sold his practice for about $2 million. Just before he retired, he told me why. He said about 8 years before, he had attended a dental congress in Hong Kong. This is from California. He'd flown all the way to Hong Kong to attend this international dental congress because there were specialists giving private lectures, sort of plenary sessions on the side. And he attended this session, and it was on a particular technique of cosmetic surgery that this dentist had developed that no one else knew, where you could basically straighten out a person's entire front jaw so they look beautiful at a very low cost, at a very high level of effectiveness. He came back and he began implementing this in his practice. People began flying from 500 to 1,000 miles away. Every dentist sent their families, members, and themselves to this dentist. He was able to charge whatever he wanted to charge. He said 8 years later, he retired as a self-made millionaire at the age of 53 to enjoy his money for the rest of his life from what he learned from one session at one convention at one course. Now, that is a true story, and maybe it's an exception, but you can never tell where the information is going to come from. The third way that you can upgrade your skills is listen to audio programs in your car. The average driver drives 500 to 1,000 hours a year, 25 to 50,000 miles. If you listen to audio programs in your car, according to the University of Southern California, you will get the equivalent of almost full-time university attendance just listening to learning material as you drive around. it can totally and profoundly change your life. Very, very important. Here's an interesting point. The more you commit yourself to becoming the best person you can be, the more you like yourself and respect yourself, the more energy you have, the bigger goals you set for yourself, the more you persist. When you invest in yourself and you read and learn and upgrade your skills, you're telling yourself, wow, I am a person with a great future, and it's up to me to maximize my potential. And your self-esteem goes up, your self-respect goes up, your sense of personal pride goes up, and you started to get promoted more and paid more in every part of your life. Get around the right people. This is a key for becoming a self-made millionaire. Dr. David McClellan at Harvard did studies for 25 years looking into why it is that some people succeeded greatly in life. What he found was as much as 99% of your success in life is going to be determined by what he called your reference group. Your reference group are the people with whom you habitually associate. They're the people that you associate with at work, the people you associate with home, your church, your political party, your social circle. What he found in working with people is that changing a person's reference group totally transformed the way they think. Why? It's because we are like chameleons, and we absorb through the skin the attitudes, the opinions, the behaviors, the style of dress, the style of speech of the people with whom we associate most of the time. If you start to associate with winners most of the time, you find that they have a totally different worldview. They're positive, they're upbeat, they're focused, they're learning, they're growing, they're positive at what they're doing, and you start to become like that. Next is be prepared to climb from peak to peak. One of the keys to becoming a self-made millionaire is to realize that life is never one continuous train. It's always up and down. So it goes up. Like if you climb a mountain peak, you have to go down into the valley before you climb the next peak. So all of life is cycles and trends. All of life is cycles and trends, and there's up cycles and there's down cycles, and there's up trends and there's down trends. The question is, what is the general direction of your trends? We say this, is that life is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Successful people focus on the 2 steps forward, and then they protect themselves on the downside, so that each time there's a step back, they're still further ahead than they were before. The next one, which is to develop resilience and bounce back. Developing resilience and bouncing back is one of the key qualities of self-made millionaires, because as I said right at the beginning, most things won't work. This is a very interesting point, is that you're going to be knocked down over and over again. And what we know, as my friend Charlie Jones says, is you have to bounce, don't break. And when things go wrong, bounce. And so what I learned many years ago was this interesting technique of what is called mental rehearsal. And mental rehearsal says that you mentally prepare for the inevitable downturns before they occur. So you say, all right, in the course of life, things are going to go wrong, but when they do, I'm not going to become upset. I'm not going to get mad or angry or anything else. I am just going to take it and learn from it and pick myself up and keep going. Sometimes I ask this question, does anybody here have any problems? Everybody says yes, everybody's got problems. Well, here's the rule, is all of life is a continuous series of problems. They never end. The problems just keep on coming, like the waves of the ocean. The only break in this unbroken series of problems will be the occasional crisis. So life will be problem, crisis. It's like the waves of the ocean, 6 problems and a crisis, 6 problems and a crisis. Which means that everybody here is either in a crisis right now, has just gotten out of a crisis, or is just about to have a crisis. So what we have found is this, the hallmark of superior people, 30 years of research, is how you respond to a crisis. How you deal with problems and how you respond to a crisis. And what we have found is this, is superior people look for the solution to every problem. They don't allow themselves to become upset and angry. When something goes wrong, they say, okay, what's the solution? And they become intensely solution-oriented. When you have a very intense problem, that stimulates creativity to solve the problem. So what you do is you write and define the problem clearly. If you have a problem, you say, wait a minute, what is my problem? What is it that I'm worried about? And write it down. And the very act of defining a problem clearly often triggers the solution to the problem. One last technique that I want to give you with regard to your major definite purpose. And if you only do these 2 things as a result of our time together, they will transform your life. You've already identified the one goal that can have the greatest positive impact on your life. Now what you do is you take that goal and you write it at the top of a page in the form of a question. And you say, let us say your goal is to double your income. That could have a major impact on your life. You say, what are all the things that I could do to double my income in the next 12 months? Write it as a clear question. Even better, if you're earning $50,000 a year today, write, what could I do to earn $100,000 over the next 12 months? The more specific the question, the better. Then you devote yourself to writing 20 answers to this question. You must write a minimum of 20 answers. Work harder, work smarter, start earlier, stay later, change occupations, upgrade my skills, whatever it is. Keep forcing yourself to write till you've written 20 answers. We call this mindstorming. The first 3 to 5 answers will be easy. The next 3 to 5 answers will be difficult. The last 10 answers will be incredibly difficult. But I have given this exercise to people who've gone on to become millionaires so many times I've lost track, because they often find that the 20th answer changes their whole life. And if you've ever done this once, it's absolutely staggering. More people have become millionaires with this simple idea of mindstorming, what I call the 20 idea method, than any other single method of creative thinking ever discovered. Once you've got your 20 answers, pick one answer and take action on it immediately. Once you've got, it doesn't matter what it is, just take one answer and take action on it, and that will keep you thinking and acting creatively all day long. The next key to becoming a self-made millionaire is to become an unshakable optimist. An unshakable optimist means that you think and talk about what you want most of the time. Optimists think and talk about what they want. They look for the good in every situation. They seek the valuable lesson. They're constantly feeding their mind with great ideas, which opens up new perspectives. What I have found is that optimists have 3 wonderful qualities. Number 1 is they learn more things. As a result, they dramatically increase the likelihood that they will learn the right thing at the right time. Number 2 is they try more things, which dramatically increases the likelihood that they'll try the right thing at the right time. And number 3 is they persist. They never give up. Optimists make a decision that once they've decided they're going to become wealthy, they just never stop until they achieve that goal. Now, will they have many setbacks and obstacles and difficulties? Do you know that almost everybody succeeds in a different direction from what they originally intended or from what they originally thought? But they just keep going. Almost like a football player running down the field, running, blocking, changing, moving back, forward, continually, but never loses sight of the goal. So optimists learn more things, try more things, and persist longer. I want to leave you with the last 2 qualities of self-made millionaires. Second to the last quality is that they develop the qualities of courage and persistence. I said before, the biggest single obstacle to success is the fear of failure. The antidote to the fear of failure is the habit of courage. And what we know is that you need 2 types of courage to succeed. The first type of courage is the courage to begin. It's the courage to launch with no guarantees of success. Someone once said that if all obstacles must first be removed, nothing will ever get done. So successful people are willing to think, plan, make decisions, and then take action with no guarantees. We say leap and the net will appear. Take action with no guarantees and then learn. The second part of courage is the courage to endure. It's the courage to persist. It's the courage to keep on keeping on. It's to make the decision in advance that you will never give up. No matter what happens, you will never give up. You will get knocked down over and over again, but you'll never give up. And the interesting thing is, if you make that decision in advance, you'll find yourself continually bouncing back. So courage means the courage to begin and the courage to endure. And the final quality of self-made millionaires, and Napoleon Hill called this the master key to riches. After studying 500 of the richest people in American history, he said it's the quality of self-discipline. It's the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. The quality of self-discipline is the quality that will make you a big success. It's the ability to force yourself to do what you know you should do. And here is the wonderful discovery. Is persistence is self-discipline in action. Every time you persist, you build your self-discipline. Every time you practice self-discipline, you build your ability to persist. And the 2 of them are tied into your self-esteem. So the more you persist, the more you like yourself. And the more you like yourself, the more discipline you have. And the more discipline you have in practice, the more you like yourself. As a result, the more you persist. And eventually you get onto an upward spiral where you become absolutely unstoppable. You reach the point where you know you can achieve the goal and nothing in the world can stop you. And every step that you take forward makes you stronger and stronger and stronger, until finally people say, I know one thing about him, I know one thing about her. You cannot stop him or her. Once they decided they want something, they will not stop until they get it. And when you develop that quality, there will be nothing that is impossible to you. So let me just leave you with these last points. We're living at the very best time in all of human history. More people are going to make more money in the next few years than have ever been made in all of human history. More people are going to become millionaires and are becoming millionaires today at a faster rate than we've ever thought possible. And no one is better than you, and no one is smarter than you. And if you do what other self-made millionaires do, then nothing in the world can stop you from eventually getting the same results as other self-made millionaires. And I hope you do.